So when I've held on to something, even if it's not in my active memory right now, it's there. It's radiating energy. Why? So forgive, live light, and then when we have to leave, then we leave light. We have to travel light on this journey. Yeah.
Sister, there's a lot of science and there's a lot of information about suppressed emotions. Not daily stress. Like, it's wrong to say daily stress is going to cause a cancer, but suppressed, deeply rooted emotions. This information and science would come to me. My patients would ask me about this about 9 or 10 years ago. I was of belief there was a connection. Went into science because a lot of people don't believe it otherwise. Today, I'm 100% convinced. And why I'm so reassured about it, because there still is no science. There is a lot of science showing there are causes between it. Still more evidence is required. But the point is, today, our patients come to us and they say, because I've spoken about this before in videos about, be careful of deeply rooted emotions. They have to come out. Today, 99% of our breast cancer patients, ovarian, any reproductive, hormonally driven cancer, they come and say, Luke, I know exactly why I have my cancer. When it started, even before diagnosis, because it's always going on in the body before. Today, 99% of our patients come with that. And then we go back and it's a deeply rooted emotion. Not one like my husband fought with me. None of that. Deeply, deeply rooted. Unforgiveness, resentment, bitterness, guilt. And so I'm so reassured. I was waiting for that signal. I'm not waiting for science to come and tell us whether it's right or wrong, because either ways, it's part of your healing. Take your chemotherapy, take your radiation, change your food, exercise. But what are you doing with those suppressed emotions? Because we can see normal people today, when they're stressed out, they fall sick. They feel better about themselves when the stress is less. So it is a genuine problem that people struggle with, unforgiveness, which then becomes bitterness. So some people say, hey, Luke, I'm feeling bitter. So where does the bitterness come from? Unforgiveness. What are some of the techniques or the easy ways that you would suggest someone to start their journey? Because usually the first response is, but how could she do this? How could he do this? Why would they do this? And that becomes the obstacle to moving towards the right action. So how would you guide us with simple steps to anyone who's struggling with forgiveness today to start that journey? I know it's difficult. I don't want to take away from people's pain of what happened. But what's that beginning journey?
But again, what happened? But now what am I doing to myself? So what happened was not in my control at that time. Maybe how I responded at that time was also not very right. But now looking back, at least I can change my response now. So at that time, I created a thought which said, I can never forgive them. That's a thought, that's an instruction that I've given into my subconscious. I can never forgive them for what they did. Leave alone forget. Forget is out of the question. How can I forget what has happened in my life? But I can never forgive. Sometimes people around us also say the same thing. How can you forgive that person? You should not forgive that person. This is the kind of advice that we will get. Because if you forgive that person, they will do the same thing again. So no, don't forgive that person. So it's a very deep programming that goes on inside. And so I have told my mind, I cannot forgive. I have told my mind, I should not forgive. And I have told my mind, I will not forgive. So that's an instruction that I have given. Simple. So what do I have to do? I have to change my instruction. First, why should I forgive? For myself. I'm not doing a favor to the other person. It's for my mind, it's for my body, it's for my energy, it's for my now relationships, it's for now my life. I'm doing it for myself. People believe that when they're forgiving somebody else, they're doing it for them. It's not for them. What they have done to you is their karma. And their karma and their consequence is now with them, even if the whole world forgives them. Even if the whole world says, I forgive you, we forgive you, the consequence of the karma will always come. Will always come. So we are not really forgiving anybody else because they have created a karma and that consequence is with them. We are forgiving ourselves by saying, I forgive. Which means, I release the hurt and the hatred. It's nothing about the other person. It's completely about me. When I say I forgive, I'm saying I'm cleaning here. And when I say I forgive, it means I'm changing the energy which is going to flow from here to my body.
Yeah.
Who am I doing it for?
Myself.
I'm not doing this for them. I cannot forgive them actually. There's no concept of forgiving other people. Because if I say I forgive you, then I'm saying the consequence of your karma will not come to you. That's not in my hands. That's not in my hands. They've sown the seed, the fruit is going to come.
Yeah.
I cannot go and uproot that fruit. Our karma and our destiny walks with us, not other people's karma doesn't work in my destiny. And my forgiveness cannot change their destiny. So we are not forgiving actually other people. We were not taught it the right way. We thought we are forgiving them. And so we said, why should I forgive somebody who's done wrong? But you're not forgiving the other person. Their karma, their consequence. Your karma, your consequence. So when I say I cannot forgive, I'm holding pain here. So it's like a wound which I say I'm not going to heal. I'm saying I'm not going to heal my own wound. I say I'm not going to forgive, I'm not going to forget. I'm not going to let go this. So I'm holding on to a wound. Now once I hold on to a wound, it's not only going to hurt because of that situation. I'm living with a fresh wound. So if I look at it physically, it's wounded here. And I say I'm not going to heal.
Yeah.
So how did I hit myself? With this flower vase. So I don't forgive this flower vase. I hold on to the wound. But this same hand has to be used for so much other work. And I'm not healing this wound. So it's going to hurt every time. And I don't realize that it's hurting every time because of this wound. So anybody who's holding on to emotions like this will become emotionally unwell. Their emotional immunity system will go low. Things will hurt them more. Their reactions will increase because they're not in their complete fitness as far as their mind is concerned. It's not a mental health issue, so it's not a depression or an anxiety, but it is an emotional health issue. So we are not forgiving the other person. Be very clear. I'm forgiving myself. So like I gave that instruction to my mind, I cannot forgive. New set of affirmations. I forgive, I release, I let go. And most important, when you understand it spiritually, why did they do this to me? My past karmic account. My past karmic account. I, the soul, and this soul have met before. And if they are sending this energy to me, definitely there was a past to it. So what affirmations we create for forgiveness is, my past karmic account is over. It's over. I release, I forgive, I let go. Third step, I radiate blessings to that soul. I radiate blessings to that soul because I want to change that karmic account. Same like you spoke about your father.
Yeah.
Same. I radiate blessings to that soul, which means I clean myself completely. Completely. That is why it's very important to understand soul, karma, and past karmic account, and future karmic account. Because if I don't forgive now, the wound is not only in this lifetime.
It's the next.
Because the wound is not on the body.
Yeah.
The wound is on the soul. And so I don't know when I will leave, so I will leave with that pain. And then I will enter a new costume. The body is getting created, but I, the soul, am already carrying a wound. So what vibrations am I radiating to that new costume? Not the best energy. Then my new life starts. I already have a wound that I don't forgive easily. I don't trust people easily. I'm vulnerable. I feel rejected. So a lot of these emotions which we feel in our present life are a carry forward.
Yeah.
So the parent loves the child, but the child will say, no, you like the sibling more than me. The parent has to keep on proving, no, it's not that. But it's not about the parent. It's not about the child. It's about that soul who carried that belief system saying, they don't love me. Somewhere that soul carried before. And now they've come and they say, they don't love me. Tomorrow they'll say with their partner, you don't love me. It becomes like a subconscious background music.
And how would you change that then?
Then change the affirmation. Everybody
change
loves
the
me.
affirmation.
Everyone accepts me. I love everyone. I accept everyone. I have to change my background music.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it starts coming to me in every relationship. It will come to me at work. It will come to me at home. It will come to me with friends because it's not there. It's like my little finger. I hurt it here. And I go and touch everywhere. And I say, it's paining. I say, this is not hurt. I say, these are not right. Everything around me is wrong. Everybody is behaving wrongly. The wound is not there, it's here. So heal yourself. It's not for anybody else. Please, we have to tell ourselves, I'm not forgiving anybody. I'm not doing a favor to anyone. I forgive myself by releasing this. So just write a few thoughts. Do them every single day, every morning, every evening before going to sleep. Subconscious mind programming will change. It was just an instruction. We can reach a stage where, just like what your father did, you don't just forgive, you actually create a clean energy. A clean energy. And you feel so light, and then the body will feel better. So who did we do it for? Who did we do it for? And I have to ask myself, holding on to that resentment, whose body is getting affected? You know, here we say it's okay, I can live with this. Some people will say, I don't mind, I will live with this resentment. Okay, you can live, but the impact is going to reach the body. You want to go through something just because you're holding on to what somebody did? No. Every thought from here is a vibration which is reaching every cell of the body. Every thought. So when I've held on to something, even if it's not in my active memory right now, it's there. It's radiating energy. Why? So forgive, live light, and then when we have to leave, then we leave light. We have to travel light on this journey. Yeah, very important.
Thank you for that, sister.